Ready? Here are 7 terrifying mysteries science still can't explain. Number 7. The worldwide hum, the untraceable sound that haunts entire cities. In cities like Taos, New Mexico, Windsor, Canada, and Bristol, UK, thousands of people have reported hearing a relentless, low-frequency humming, especially at night. Described as something between a distant diesel engine and an invisible machine, the hum drives some people to insomnia, anxiety, and even depression. According to a 1993 New Scientist survey, up to 2% of the UK population has heard it, but sensitive microphones and scientific instruments have failed to pick up anything unusual. Scientists have looked into industrial noise, infrasonic waves, seismic activity, and even geomagnetic anomalies, yet nothing lines up. Some blame telecommunications or power transformers, while others suspect low-frequency vibrations deep inside the Earth. Still, no definitive cause has ever been found. The hum remains one of the most maddening unsolved mysteries, torturing those who can hear it and driving scientists up the wall. Number 6. Sudden mass animal deaths, when nature turns deadly without warning. On New Year's Eve 2010-2011, nearly 5,000 red-winged blackbirds dropped dead out of the sky in Beebe, Arkansas. Just days later, more than 100,000 fish washed up along the Arkansas River. Similar mass die-offs of birds, fish, crabs, and frogs have been reported in Sweden, Italy, Australia, and elsewhere, with no clear cause. Experts have ruled out disease, poisoning, or obvious pollution in many cases. Theories range from sudden shifts in Earth's magnetic field to loud noises like fireworks startling birds into dangerous flight patterns or abrupt changes in temperature or water conditions. But for most events, the official verdict is cause unknown. Some scientists even suggest environmental factors we haven't yet discovered or as yet undetected chemical pollutants. For now, these mass deaths are both tragic and totally unexplained. Number 5. Sleep paralysis and shadow people, the nightmares science can't wake you from. In a 2011 Harvard study found that 8% of people experience sleep paralysis, waking up fully aware but unable to move or speak, often accompanied by terrifying hallucinations of shadowy figures or a menacing presence in the room. The experience is so vivid and universal, cultures around the world have their own names and legends for it. The old hag in Europe, Madei in Vietnam, Kandashibari in Japan. Scientists explain the physical part as a glitch between REM sleep, when your body is paralyzed, and waking up. But the shadow figures, no one can say why so many people from every background see almost the exact same thing. Dark human shapes looming or sitting on their chest. These hallucinations feel absolutely real and can cause lingering fear for years. Even in the age of neuroscience, these nightly horrors remain a deeply personal, unexplained phenomenon. Number 4. Spontaneous human combustion, when people mysteriously burst into flames with no external ignition. In the famous case of Mary Reeser, Florida, 1951, she was reduced to ash in her own home, her body incinerated, except for a leg, while furniture around her was barely scorched. Investigators never found any accelerant, electrical fault, or source of intense heat. Popular theories include the wick effect, where clothing burns slowly, fueled by the body's own fat, or rare chemical buildups like internal acetone. Others speculate about electrical phenomena or even ball lightning. But none of these explanations account for the selective, intense burning or the lack of damage to the surroundings. Spontaneous human combustion is still filed under Unsolved in the annals of forensic science. Number 3. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. 9 hikers, a frozen mystery, and 0 answers. In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers died under bizarre circumstances in Russia's Ural Mountains. Their tent was found slashed open from the inside. Some victims were missing clothes in sub-zero weather. Others suffered massive internal injuries, and 2 were missing their tongues and eyes. No signs of a struggle or animal attack were ever found.
Dozens of theories have surfaced, including infrasound-induced panic, secret Soviet weapons, or rare katabatic winds, sudden violent windstorms. Some even suggest psychological breakdowns triggered by the environment or magnetic anomalies. But to this day, not a single theory fully explains all the evidence, especially the traumatic injuries and the desperate, irrational behavior. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the world's most chilling, unsolved mysteries, inspiring endless speculation, documentaries, and horror stories. Number 2. Morgellons Disease. When the body grows fibers science can't identify. Since 2001, thousands in the US, Europe, and Australia have reported an agonizing skin condition, intense itching, crawling sensations under the skin, and the emergence of bizarre colored fibers, black, blue, or red, from their bodies. This strange syndrome is called Morgellons Disease. A massive CDC investigation in 2012 found no evidence of infectious disease, parasites, or chemical contamination and concluded Morgellons might be a psychological disorder, delusional infestation. However, labs like Oklahoma State University discovered these fibers aren't ordinary fabric or plant matter and contain no DNA from known sources. Some sufferers have no history of mental illness, further deepening the mystery. To this day, Morgellons straddles the line between medicine, psychology, and the truly unexplained. Number 1. Near-death experiences. Glimpses beyond life that science can't disprove. A 2001 Lancet study reported that 18% of heart attack survivors described vivid near-death experiences, seeing bright lights, traveling through tunnels, out-of-body experiences, or meeting deceased loved ones. These accounts appear across all cultures and ages, with surprisingly similar details. The leading scientific theories, lack of oxygen triggering intense hallucinations, surges of endorphins or DMT, a powerful psychoactive chemical released by the brain, or memory glitches as the brain shuts down. Yet some documented cases, like the 2014 AWARE study, include patients recalling conversations or events while clinically dead, raising questions science can't answer. Are these merely the dying brain's last sparks, or do they hint at a reality beyond death? For now, near-death experiences remain one of humanity's most tantalizing, terrifying mysteries. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. There are plenty more interesting and useful videos coming up, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned.